Hey guys, Chris and Boomer here live in the Dream Giveaway Garage.
Happy Monday!
Not only happy Monday, happy PJ's back on director duties.
Yeah,
PJ,
thank God for that. We've missed PJ.
We miss PJ. Glad to have you here, PJ. Guys, well, Boomer, you tell him 1 day left for?
You just told him.
I didn't say the name of what it was, but I'm pointing toward it.
It's 1 day left for Subaru. I made him look. It's okay. Yeah.
S20, what's that last digit?
9. Last day left. Last day for the Subaru S209 giveaway. So if you want to get in on this beautiful S209, you're going to have to do it before midnight tonight or midnight tomorrow night?
Midnight tomorrow night.
Midnight tomorrow night.
Pacific
so
time.
Technically there's a little more than a day, but I'm telling you, you're not going to want to miss this. You need to go get your tickets because you don't want to miss out on this little race car.
And the reason they call it S209, S for Subaru, 209, that's how many they made.
That is how many they made. That's also the next in the series of the S cars from Subaru.
That's absolutely right. So Z28, did they make more than 28 of those?
I don't think so. Not in certain configurations they didn't.
There you go. Today we're going to show you some of the trick suspension parts on this S209. Get right over to dreamgiveaway.com. Use promo code Facebook Live. Get your bonus tickets to win this 6-speed manual, 341 horsepower Subaru.
Yep. Let me pop the hood, and we'll get started up under there for all the suspension stuff we got going on. There it is.
And if I recall, it's right over.
That's the thing. We got to remember, like 20 hoods here, and they're all
different.
in different places.
And I know I've done this one before. Here we go.
There it is. All right.
Okay, come on in close, PJ.
So, I mean, as you can see here, I mean, this is a 341 horse, 4-cylinder turbo. You've got your S209 badging here. But when it comes to suspension magic on this car, of course, it does have, it's not, they don't call it Magna Ride like some of the others, but it does have a special suspension setup computer program on it that changes when you do your settings.
That's right, and you can actually dial how much slip is going to the front wheels versus the rear wheels. So if you guys are into some real aggressive drifting action, you can set it up for that. You can set it up for street driving. Almost any racing configuration that you can imagine with an automobile, you can set the Subaru up for. And that's pretty trick stuff.
Yeah, it is. It's really cool stuff. I mean, it's high tech, but it's easily managed through the car. You don't have to be a techno wizard to do it all. Everything is really accessible in there. Now, I will tell you, of course, you can see your shock towers are way back on this car. And your shocks are, of course, up under here. This brace here is, I won't say it's unique to the S209, but it does. They did put this on the S209's stock. This is a shock tower brace. What this brace does is all cars flex, okay? All cars are gonna flex a little bit. The harder you turn that car, the more your body's gonna flex. This little rod keeps your shock towers from kind of rolling in on each other when you're doing hard, twisty turnies. So you not only have one of these in the front, you also have one of these in the back. So let's go around and show you.
Yeah, I'd like to see that, Boomer. While we're walking around, PJ, be sure to do a shout out, video shout out to those wheels. Really nice BBS gold wheels there. And look at those calipers and those those drilled rotors right there. Man, this car is not only set up for action, it's set up for stopping. That's really good stuff. Again, only 209. All of them imported into the United States. And Boomer, we're back to you.
Yep, now that I'm down on the ground here, so I'm gonna have PJ come in for me and get up under here. Now this is your rear brace for your suspension. It goes all the way through. I know it's hard to see. It's bolted up here. There's a rod that runs behind your red piece here, runs all the way out to your shock towers in the rear, sets up for your rear suspension. This keeps everything super tight in the rear, just like it does in the front. Of course, there's an extra set. Now while we're back here, I'm going to show you something cool. We've never shown you this before. I've never shown you this before. I don't know why, just basically because we haven't pulled everything out of here and shown it to you. But let me show you this. Remember we talked to you about the intercooler system, where you can actually squeeze the triggers on paddle shifters on the steering wheel, and it will inject water into the intake to cool your motor down, to lower your intake temperatures. Let me get this out of here. I'll show you where that tank is. All right, and I just refilled it the other day, so we were in here playing around with it. So there you go. So there's the tank right there. Just got a little screw cap on it. You fill it up with water, and then it runs all the way up to the front. And when you hit those icy spray tabs on the steering wheel, just where they're the same place where it would be the shifter tabs run automatic.
For the paddle shifters.
For a paddle shift, thank you. You hold it for more than a second, and it will spray water directly into the intake. So, that's very cool feature. Of course, this is all the other goodies that come along with the Subaru.
And that has to be water. You can't use another.
You cannot use anything else. It
has to be water
only.
Okay.
This is. Oh, did I put that in there backwards? Yes, I did. Turn that around.
Go ahead.
Thank you.
There we go.
Now
Look at that.
Drop it.
Okay.
Here we go.
While Boomer's putting that back in, let me tell you guys again, only about a day and a half left for you to enter to win the Subaru S209 in the Subaru Dream Giveaway. Get to www.dreamgiveaway.com. Use promo code Facebook Live. You're going to get bonus tickets. So let's see if we've got any feedback that we need to answer from you guys watching us live out there in Facebook Live.
We haven't had any while because we didn't have PJ.
We didn't have PJ.
We didn't have questions last week.
Yeah, so now we can go ahead and look at those questions and comments
Daryl
again.
has a question for Boomer.
Okay.
Do you like driving this Sublime more or your Stang?
I'm going to have to go with my Mustang. Now, which Mustang? My 94 or my GT500 or my GT350? And I will qualify that with, it depends on what I'm going to do. If I'm going to, now I'll tell you what, if I'm going to go to like a rally course, you know, this car will actually run just as well as that GT350 on a little rally course, because that's what this thing is built for.
There you go. PJ, next question, please.
That's for the youngsters in the American muscle car, James says.
Yeah, absolutely. But I want to remind you guys, it's still got 341 horsepower. It's still got a 6-speed. It's still got big, beefy brakes.
Yeah, you can throw this thing around like a go-kart, basically. You can do a lot of things with this car that you can't do with a bigger car. And it's light, and so that 341 horsepower goes a long way.
Yeah, a whole lot of fun in this car. You guys want to make sure to get your tickets on this. And I got to tell you, I like the color combo, and it's not just because it matches the color combo on the Hurst Olds.
True. I mean, it's a beautiful color combo. Of course, the inside of this thing is gorgeous. It does have Recaros inside. They're black trimmed in silver. You've got the red seat belts that accent the interior of this car as well. Of course, you've got the red accents on the dashboard as well that say S209 on them. You've got a dash plaque in there that gives you your number 153 of 209.
All-wheel drive?
It is all-wheel drive.
And that's nice, especially if you're up north.
True. I mean, if you're up north, you could drive this car all winter long.
Yeah, absolutely. And speaking of safe driving, tell us about these tires.
Well, these Continental Extreme Contacts are great tires. We haven't had these on here very long, but I tell you, I took this car out after I put these tires on, and man, let me tell you, I don't know if it's just me, but I thought there was a noticeable difference, especially when you're hard cornering in these. Grip is fantastic. You have very, very, very minimal roll on these tires. Just an outstanding tire. I didn't want to do too much to them because I didn't want to have to replace them again before we gave them to somebody.
There you go. How about that carbon fiber roof?
Yeah, the carbon fiber roof is supposed to take 8 pounds off the car and actually lowers the center of gravity over a steel roof. So it actually, this carbon fiber roof, no kidding, improves your performance, unlike the stickers you put on your car that say this sticker is good for 10 horsepower.
I was going to suggest that, putting a putting a sticker right here on this hood, but I knew you'd comment on that.
Well,
so.
I will tell you that, the guys who like Corvettes and Mustangs and the old muscle cars, there aren't very many of them who are going to fall in love with this car, okay? However, we do have a younger audience. And that younger audience is into a lot of the JDM stuff.
Sure.
They're into drifting, they're into rally car racing, they're into a few other things. Man, I'll tell you, this is a perfect car for that. And if you win it and you don't want to race it, this is going to be a great everyday driver. And you know what? You're going to have something that no one else in your neighborhood is going to have. And if they do, man, you guys, that's going to be something else. With only 209 of these in the United States total, you're going to be lucky to ever see another one.
Dave wants to know if this is single or twin turbo.
Single turbo.
Let's talk for a minute about the Subaru community, how great those folks are.
Oh, yeah.
And how whoever wins this will really be welcomed, open arms, into the Subaru community.
Oh yeah, I mean, you are the Subaru community. They have clubs all over the United States. They have a couple national clubs actually. And when you bring this S209 home and put it in your garage, they are going to lovingly welcome you, because a lot of these guys, a lot of people out there love this car. They've seen it online, they've read about it in Car and Driver, they've seen it on, on the TV shows, they've seen it tested, but they've never seen the car.
Well, that's right, because there's so few of them.
Yeah.
I want to remind you guys again, a day and a half left. Get your entries at www.dreamgiveaway.com. You're helping out 8 great charities with every entry. I know you're going to get your tickets for the Corvette. I know you're going to get your tickets for the Camaros, for the Impala. While you're out there getting those tickets for the next day and a half, take a little bit of your extra allowance money this week. Put some on this Subaru, because Boomer and I would love to call you in about 2 weeks and try to tell you that you won this car.
Oh yeah. So while you're over at www.dreamgiveaway.com, make sure you go through our galleries. We've got galleries for every single car. There's tons of pictures in there. There's videos. There's all kinds of cool stuff. You can see everything in the garage.
Yep. Well, I'll tell you, that tells you all you need to know to get your entries today and tomorrow up till midnight Pacific Standard Time to win this Subaru S209, one of only 209 in the United States. Boomer, why don't you wrap it up for today?
All right. So we'll be back. I think we're doing something on Subaru again tomorrow.
Yeah, for last day,
yep,
sure.
for last day. So remember, go to www.dreamgiveaway.com, make that donation to charity, get your tickets. You'll be in it to win it. And Chris and I will see you next time in the Dream Giveaway Garage.
See you tomorrow.
Go, go.